The Victorians gave us trains, telegraphs, and tea time, but they also gave us jellied calf's feet, boiled cow heads, and something ominously called mock turtle soup. They were innovative, just not always in ways your stomach would appreciate. In the 1800s, food wasn't just about flavor, it was about class. The richer you were, the more animals you could fit on a single plate. A proper Victorian dinner could have soup, fish, meat, game, vegetables, puddings, and dessert, all in one sitting. But the weird part? They loved turning everything into jelly. Using gelatin made from boiled animal bones, they encased meat, fish, even vegetables inside shimmering domes of meat-flavored jelly. They called it aspic. We call it a cry for help. Real turtle soup was a delicacy until the British ran out of turtles. So cooks improvised, using calf's head, brains, and organ meats to mimic the texture. Mock turtle soup was born. It was so popular, it even inspired Lewis Carroll's Mock Turtle in Alice in Wonderland, a creature literally made of cow parts pretending to be a turtle. Victorians also wasted nothing. If you bought a cow, you ate its head, hooves, and sometimes even its tongue. Cow heel pie was exactly what it sounds like: boiled cow feet baked in a crust and served with gravy. People said it gave strength and vitality. In reality, it gave texture trauma. Calf's head soup often came complete with eyes still floating in the bowl. Eye contact was unavoidable. For the upper classes, fresh meat was boring. They preferred something called game: pheasants, hares, and grouse, but only after hanging them for days or even weeks until the meat started to rot. They called it high. The smell was said to be piquant. The rest of us would call it please open a window. Victorian puddings were another strange adventure. We think of pudding as sweet, but back then, puddings were often savory. There were steak and kidney puddings, eel puddings, and rabbit puddings, all steamed for hours in cloth bags until they looked like soggy cannonballs of meat. And because refrigeration was rare, pickling became essential. Eggs, onions, walnuts, and even cows' tongues were soaked in vinegar for months. You never quite knew what you'd find in a Victorian pantry. Even desserts had their oddities. The Victorians loved sweets, but many recipes used beef fat, known as suet, in puddings, and beetroot as a sweetener in cakes. Sugar sculptures called subtleties were designed to look like castles, animals, or even entire battles. Dessert was equal parts art project and cholesterol experiment. While most of these dishes have disappeared, their influence lingers. Dishes like steak and kidney pudding, trifle, and mince pies all trace their roots back to Victorian innovation. The Victorians taught Britain how to feast, experiment, and waste absolutely nothing, even if that meant dinner occasionally staring back at you. So next time someone complains that British food is bland, remind them that it could be much, much weirder. Would you try mock turtle soup or cow heel pie? Thanks for listening, and if you enjoyed this dive into the bizarre, don't forget to follow for more weird British history foods, because history isn't just about what we did, it's about what we ate.